Test, test.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. All right, folks. I think we got the audio sorted. Maybe let us know in the chat there. It's pretty unfortunate. I believe audio should be coming through for you guys now. So, yeah, we're here. 18:22 to go in the first. VIU up 1-0 in shots. 0-0 hockey game. Apologies for the audio issues there at the intro. That's going to be Bergerson making a play off the wall, stepping out. Has a look north and doesn't find its target, but it will be an icing. So we'll see a VIU draw back the other way in the defensive zone. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors here. Must repeat myself a little bit because, again, we're muted at the beginning there. I want to give a shout out to our title sponsor, Tom Harris Community Foundation. Draws one to the corner there for VIU. Got a battle in the corner there between McGuire and the SFU player. It's going to get kicked out to the center of the ice. And I do believe that went off an SFU player, so the icing will be waived. Foul's going to come out to play that. Send it up to his D-man. He's going to elect to trip off the glass. It's going to be picked off by Cage Newens, number 88. Shifting, opening up, tries to get a shot through. It is tipped, and it's off to the corner. VIU reacquires. Sends it up to Moody, who stepped up to the point there. Gets a shot, but a nice block by SFU. A little battle for it there, right in the slot. And it will come out the other way for SFU. Well, that is Braden Moody able to reacquire. Sends it up the wall for Blake Power. Strome's going to chip it in. Blake Power pressing. Going to lay a hit on the SFU defenseman. It's going to get kicked back out, though. VIU not quite able to get the pressure they want. VIU senior Austin Daniels picking that puck up, sends it to the wall. Moody's going to try and make a play there, but it is going to be stick. We're going to have a bit of a 1.5-on-1 here. Nice stick play there in the middle by the VIU defender, and that will be blocked off, but it goes to the SFU point here. Reese Lefebvre made a play on it there. Strome here, just getting the puck picked. On a bit of a late change for VIU. Daniels is going to try and get back, create a 2-on-2, and a nice save there by Fleet. Steers that into the corner. Daniels back with it now. Bit of a long shift for him here. I'm sure he's looking for a change. Unfortunately, going to throw that one up the middle. It's picked, but a shot wide, so no real risk. Fleet with another save, kicking it to the right side. SFU now leading in shots. Corbett there making a nice chip off the glass. Hoping Power can find it, but late in his shift, just going to try and get a piece of that, stop him up for a second and allow his guys to get a change. Nice knee play there by Pose, misdirected, and does a really good job with his stick, getting back there, kicking that up through the middle. VIU now comes with it. Back to Pose again, over to Danforth, the veteran. He's going to send that deep. Nice forecheck here by Corbett, finding some contact. Jose sends it back in here. Puck is not just quite getting it where they want. You know, Jackson Goods, fresh off an injury, coming back here. Sure wanting to find the puck a little bit. And an icing here for SFU. We will see an O-zone draw in the SFU zone. Apologies again for the audio there, folks. Really did my research today. Had some good information on all your seniors. Unfortunately, you couldn't hear about it. Hopefully, you could at least see it watching from home. And maybe go through it in one of the intermissions. Give those boys their credit. They deserve it. Spent a lot of time with this team to make sure we go through it. Ethan Jones stepping up for the draw. He's going to win that right to Earhart. He's going to engage in a battle and not be able to come away with it. Put back in the SFU corner, who elects to reverse. Bouncing puck, skips over Earhart's stick. That's now on the stick of the SFU winger, who's going to send that up over. And they're going to send it up. Not before Pose can collect at the red line and send it back in for a VIU forecheck. Ryan Hunter headmanning here, looking to make them make a decision. Earhart, the nice impact there. He's going to take him out at the feet, get away with it. Goalie's going to stop it up. That is Max Fowl, the SFU netminder there. And I imagine we're going to be seeing a lot of this this first line for VIU tonight. So Ethan Jones chasing that VIU all-time points record. He's got one game to get 3 points and break the record. So the big question mark in here tonight is if he can do it. Sure, that's all that's going through his head, is getting another win and getting one step closer to playoffs. Earhart getting some nice contact here. He's going to break that play up. Goes back to the VIU defender, Chase Cook. Chase Cook deals it up to Jones. Jones engages the battle. SFU's going to come back away with it here. trying to set a bit of a pick play here. No icing due to the hybrid icing rules. McGuire's now going to come up the left wall with it, finding room through center. He's going to chip. As any defenseman likes to do on a rush, he is going to F1 that forecheck and make contact there. No better feeling for McGuire. I'm sure he's smiling right now. Sends it over to Jones, who's behind the net. Jones looking, trying to find someone net front. He does find Earhart up in the high slot, covering that point, but he's not quite able to connect how he wanted to. Cook sliding that over. Puck takes a bit of a hop. Earhart comes away with it. Thinking he would like to go for a skate with it now. He decides to do so. Finds himself through center ice, beats 1, 2, 3 SFU players, kicks it wide. Maybe not a shot, more of a hoping for a pass-off pad play there for Jones, but wasn't able to find him. Some contact there in the middle of the ice. He's going to spit that puck back up for SFU, but not with possession, where Earhart can collect yet again, sending it over to the defenseman there, Daniels. Daniels finds Sato in the slot. Sato finds Bergeson and Ferguson right over that right glove. That is your first VIU goal. Seniors night here, your last home game of the season. Nice pass play from Sato over to Bergeson. They're going to walk through the bench. Boys are pretty happy about that one. Bit of a back and forth start here for VIU. I'm sure they're happy to get the monkey off their back, get one in the net, and get to work here. Daniels collecting a plus here. Love to see it. His last home game in the white and blue for VIU. He's got his partner, Braden Moody, there. We're going to see more of this Sato, Bergeson, and Nguyen's line here. Nguyen's maybe grabbed a bit off the draw there, loses his footing. Puck goes back into the VIU zone. Moody over to Daniels. Daniels, nice find through the slot there. Sends it up to Nguyen's. Nguyen's racing, battling. SFU defenseman's going to step in the way of him, but not before he can try and chip that through, but the puck will spit back out here to the neutral zone. Moody now having to decide, getting chased all the way back behind his own net. Probably not favorable for him, but he'll just take time, be patient here, wait for his troops to come back in support here, find a breakout pass. Making a really nice angle pass there to Bergeson. Had the protractor out for that one. Bergeson's alone in a 1-on-3 situation. He's got Nguyen's sliding in late, trying to provide some support. SFU's going to win that battle. We've got a puck race now. A 1-on-2 situation for SFU. Some nice contact there. Fans like that one. Puck's going to get sent weak side here. Bergeson very late in the shift, coming away with it again. He's going to try and find Nguyen's back door, but nice leg block play by the SFU defenseman there is going to prevent any real damage from occurring. VIU still with it in the O-zone. Nguyen's skating out with it. Lets a nice shot go. A few feet wide though. Not quite on target for him. Halfway through a line change. Corbett stepping out now. Strome as well. Strome's going to do a good job of picking that puck off on the pinch as the forward and holding that in. Sends it back behind the net for Corbett. Corbett now trying to face off 2 SFU defenders. Tries to make a nice reverse play back, but a puck race is lost, and SFU does a good job of ribbing that up to their winger on the wall. Winger now battling. Puck's going to get slid out, and we will have another icing here for a VIU O-zone draw. Just want to keep going through our sponsors here, folks. Again, the no audio at the beginning of the game. I was telling you guys all about the sponsors. I was telling you guys all about these seniors. You couldn't hear me, so it happens sometimes. I want to give a shout out to Archie Johnstone Plumbing and Heating. Our community and comfort come together. Thank you to Archie Johnstone Plumbing and Heating for your support of VIU Mariners. BC Intercollegiate Hockey draws 1 to Power. Power's going to slide in behind the net with it there. Looking, makes a nice bank play there, but he is caught. He is going to take a tumble, not before chasing that puck back down to the corner. Corbett up to Strome. Strome looking, and a nice block by number 12, the SFU defenseman there. Managing to get in the way of that puck. Contact in front of the VIU bench here. Power's going to come away with it. He's going to slide that over. Strome a step behind. He's not quite going to get there on time. SFU electing to chip that off the wall, but VIU again recollecting possession here, not giving SFU much time to breathe. Power sending a backhand chip, nice slow chip into the corner there, letting his forwards catch up, making that SFU defenseman make a tough decision. We are going to see VIU throw that to the slot, but it's picked off. SFU doing a good job there, taking care of business in the slot. That's what you want to see. Chase Cook now heading into the corner for a battle. He won't quite win that puck race, won't find it. He elects instead to get some body position on the guy. We're going to see a bit of a net battle here. I believe that's Catelier stepping in for his defenseman. Doesn't like how close he's getting to Matthew Fleet there. He's going to gently and politely escort him out of the crease area. Must be done. Someone in the chat said we'd love to hear what I had prepared on the seniors. Me too. I think it's after this period here in the intermission, I'll take some time and give my nods to those boys. VIU chipping that one up. It's going to be Connor Turnbull heading back for that thing. He does manage to find it. Sends it up to the wall. VIU just 2-man on every puck, doing a really good job of not letting SFU get comfortable with possession right now. Puck's going to get flipped out to Catellia here. Catellia heading down the left side with speed. He's got 2 options in the middle, but won't be able to quite find him with 2 SFU players bearing down on him. That will get turned up the other way. We got a 2-on-2 situation here now. Yet again, VIU just 2-men on every puck, doing a really good job of catching up on these battles when the initial isn't one. Catellia racing down, trying to find the middle. He's going to throw that on net, but it's blocked by the SFU defender. That slid up to the wall there for number 6 for SFU. Owen Weiss now stepping onto the ice for VIU. Jackson Goods looking for that puck. It just skips over his stick. He's going to remain an option for that neutral zone. We're going to see Moody here getting shifty with it. Not quite liking what he has. He's going to elect to send it back. Finds Daniels, the senior. Daniel is looking for it on the half wall there. Doesn't quite find it, but again, VIU just doing a really good job of supporting here and catching up on any missed battles, finding that puck again. Daniels looking to shoot. It's a really nice stick block there by, pardon me, still learning names here as we go. Pierce White, a really good job getting in that lane. Earhart down in the slot. Seen that one before. Finishing how he started here at the neck. Give that guy a puck in the slot. That thing's finding its way to the back of the net. Not sure if Jones quite had a piece of that one. But if he did, that's 1 point closer to the VIU all-time points leader. First line, short shift, making a big impact here. It's now 2-0 for your Mariners. Shots reading 3-3 on the board here. We're going to see Davis Sato's line come out here to follow up. Wins it to Bergerson. Bergerson flips it back to his defenseman. Back up to Sato. Over to Newens on the right wall. Puck is poked. But after trying to make a pass, it's picked back off by Bergerson. That's your... So that's Earhart from Jones and Moody. Both Earhart and Jones just sliding their way up in that points total. One last hurrah here in the regular season to get those numbers where they can. The elite prospects is forever. Can't erase that from the internet. Might as well try and max it out while you still can. It's going to get sent up the wall by VIU here. Nice chip in play by Pose there. Bergerson pressing. Not quite able to find SFU with a nice breakout pass there with a touch to the middle, but SFU forward Ben Ruthven not quite able to find it how he would like to, and it's back into the SFU zone. Got some battle on the half wall. Can't quite tell what's going on up from the crow's nest here. We are going to have a penalty here, I believe, to SFU. There's some sort of altercation going on. Might be an injury here. Just wait patiently and see. That's Ruthven there. Down for the moment, but looks like he's able to get back to the bench in his own power. Good to see. That's going to be your first TV timeout here for the Mariners, so I will take this opportunity to shout out a couple more sponsors. Of course, would like to give a shout out to Original Joe's, the official post-game meal for the VIU Mariners. If you want to go hang out with your favorite Mariners, get a meal after the game, head on over to Original Joe's. Also like to give a shout out to the Saints team, empowering your financial future together. Thank you to the Saints team for their support of VIU Mariners hockey. Of course, we'd love to give a shout out to Nanaimo Mitsubishi, driven by value, powered by you. Nanaimo Mitsubishi, very big supporter of VIU hockey over the last few years. Put on some great events here at the Nick. Also like to give a shout out to Windley Contracting, proudly building Vancouver Island. You've seen construction anywhere on the roads here in Nanaimo. The Windleys might be behind it. They're building this city. And we're back to some VIU hockey action here. 8:52 remaining in the third. Shot still 3-3. VIU Mariners up 2-0. Chase Cook gets it back. He's going to send it over to his partner, McGuire. McGuire's going to look to the middle. A bit of a miscommunication there between Newens and Bergeson's going to lead to a collision. VIU still pressing on the forecheck here. Sato making contact. Again, VIU just winning a lot of puck races here, not making it easy for the SFU players to make a decision here. They know they got someone coming down on them. Little battle here in front of the SFU bench. Sato comes away with it, finds Newens, but very hot puck there. He's not quite able to keep that on his tape. Bounces off. Got a battle here at the blue line. It's going to be Brand coming away with it there. Down Blake Power. Getting on his horse. He's got Corbett trailing him here. Makes a nice between the legs play. Looks over to the middle, but unfortunately, just a step behind there for VIU. Strome not quite able to find it. Got Power walking the top. Throws a nice play. Corbett's going to find a rebound. Buries that one. No questions asked. Throw a nice low puck on net, try and create a rebound, and sure enough, you got a guy there to capitalize. That's just a good hockey play right there. VIU Mariners up 3-0. Couple quick shots there. Shots are 5-3 now in favor of the Mariners. Just a good sequence of plays there. Throw a low puck on the pad, try and create some havoc. Goalie makes a really good initial save, but with no support on the rebound, they're going to be able to tuck that one in. Catellier here wins the draw, sends it over to Goods. Goodsy's first game back from injury. He sends it back to Catellier. I'm sure he'd love to get on the board here. Makes some contact there. Once he gets slid up to the point to Moody. Moody over to Daniels. Daniels definitely looking to shoot tonight. Pucks get kicked out to the slot, but SFU does a good job recovering and sends it back out. It's going to be Osborne there kicking it up. Connor Jarvis there sending that one in. Pretty full house here in the Nick tonight. Pretty loud. Can barely hear my own thoughts. Goods here chasing him behind the net. Does a really good pick play with his stick there. Finds it. Sends it low along the goal line. VIU trying to get a man in the slot. Goods hauled down to the ice there just as he touches it. Now we're going to have Pose racing in. He elects to back off. Smart decision. Bad pinch there. Could lead to an SFU 3-on-1. That's not what you want. Now got Danforth here. He's got the set breakout option available, but with a restless puck, he's going to elect to settle that down, send it over to Pose, let him be the decider of what happens next. Unfortunate bounce here. Skips over Pose's stick. And that's Pierce White doing a good job capitalizing on that bounce, sending it in and getting a nice short angle shot on Fleet, testing him. Hasn't been tested cleanly often tonight, and so a quick shot from the side sometimes catch him on a little bit of the sleepy side of things. Shot 6-4 now, still in favor of your Mariners. Pose here battling, going to try and tip that up the wall to Hunter. They're not able to find it. Does come out to the point, skips over the stick. Defenseman number 13, Ethan Witten. Jones now back with it. Bit of a different look here. Jones, Danforth, Earhart covering that point for him. Nice battle in the corner here. They're looking for it. VIU again coming away with it. Hunter's got Earhart in the corner. Don't know if he sees him. Finds him now. Jones leaking into the slot. Earhart making a nice backhand trickle pass, but picked up by SFU before any real damage can occur. Puck skips out to the neutral zone there. Pose elects to send it back in. Jones now making some nice contact on the SFU player. Puck takes a really weird hop, but somehow VIU still comes away with it. He's working in the corner here, trying to find Earhart in the slot. You've seen this movie before. Big hit there. Fans maybe don't like that one, but refs are going to let it slide, let the boys play. And now we're going to see one back. I believe an interference on Chase Cook up at the point there. VIU still with possession. They're going to pull their goalie. We see some 6-on-5 action here with the delayed call. Cook, nice patience on the point there, sliding it over to McGuire. McGuire's going to look to shoot. Has a nice screen there from Hunter, but not quite able to find it. That is okay. We now have the opportunity to give a shout out to Prime Performance and Therapy for a VIU Mariners Prime Performance Power Play here. First of the night at the Nick. And with that first line, spending some time there, head coach Chris Jones is going to pull them off and get a fresh set, get this second unit out here to have a look here on the power play. Sato on the draw. Pardon me, Goods on the draw. We're going to set up here. He's got Daniels on the point. Sends it down. McGuire in the corner. Daniels up now on that left side. Daniels doing a good job holding the line there. Sends it back in. SFU pressing pretty aggressively on this penalty kill. Does not want to let VIU get set up and get comfortable and start working them around. That puck's chipped out of play. And now we're going to see that first unit come on here. We got Newens, Earhart, Jones, Hunter, joining them on the backside. You got Braden Moody. Braden Moody throwing down a Moody, Strom, one of those guys. Threw down a pretty good pregame speech for the Nanaimo Clippers last night, for VIU Clippers night. Like a pretty good time. Would fire me up, that's for sure. Newens on the draw here. Does a good job, makes a good stick play to win that. Back to the point, finds Moody. Moody slides it to Earhart. Earhart looking through the middle. Instead of finding a VIU player, it's going to find the skates of SFU, who's now in a 2-on-1 chase situation. Moody staying cool, calm, and collected there, doing a good job of getting out with any real trouble occurring, and he's now going to slide it over to the right side to Jones. Jones making a nice move around 2 SFU players and 1 VIU player to get that puck in through the middle of the ice. Slides it over to Moody. Moody's going to be able to walk. He tries to find Jones there. Selfless act. You know he's trying to find him for a point. He's trying to get Jones to that record tonight. A lot of lesser men, myself included, are probably shooting that puck and missing the net, and he's going to find Jones backdoor. His first goal of the night, and with that, Ethan Jones has tied your VIU Mariners all-time points record. Just 16 minutes into this hockey game. 146 points in 4 seasons of the BCIHL. The fans are happy about that. The boys on the bench are happy about that. That looked like a pretty classic prime sport performance VIU Mariners power play to me. Corbett stepping out for the draw here. Gets the initial, but SFU comes away with it. We have an offside. Puck just ever so slightly skips out of the zone there. That's Justin Osborne. I think that still might have been in the blue paint from my angle, but refs will call that an offside. Draws one now. Back to Pose. He's going to make a nice chip play up for Corbett. Won't quite be able to find it, but they will get a puck race out of the deal. It's 50-50. It's better than nothing. Corbett sliding around with it in the corner. Slides it up to Pose. Pose looking at that far right wall option there. Corbett doing a really good job in the corner here. He's got a little bit of help coming from Blake Power. Strom's going to elect to hang it on the outside, but when that puck spits out, he's got it now. He's got Pose on the point, or he's got a half-wall option. He's going to slide it over to Pose, getting the switch there. Pose debates whether to go back. Elects to just throw it back in the corner. Keep it safe, keep it simple. Pucks are in feet. And again, we got Strom coming away with it. Sends it up to Danforth. Danforth over to Pose. Pose looks, almost finds that right pad, but a nice stop there by Max Fowl, and on the rebound, just clamping it down. No real issues. Man, what a night. Senior night for Ethan Jones. Gets an opportunity here to not only tie, but also break VIU Mariners' all-time points record in 16 minutes into the game. He's already doing it. What a player. Made a big impact on this team. Won championship, hoping to collect one more. Of course, he's got Carson Earhart by his side. Goods in the corner with it here. Takes a little bit of a cross check, but no problem for him. He keeps the puck with some good patience, finds Cook on the point. That's the Kirby's connection right there. A couple of my coworkers doing some good patience with the puck. Cook maybe a little impatient there, throws it off the SFU shin pad. That's okay, he's gonna recover, no problem. He knows his boys have got him. Looks up to McGuire here on the half wall. That finds Weiss, another member of the Kirby's contingency here. He slides it over to Goodsey. Goodsey tries to slide that over to Catelier, just can't quite find it. A little bit late, a little bit tight. Hard to stick handle in a phone booth in that situation, but Catelier comes away with it in the corner. Looks for Weiss. Weiss misfiring, but it does go out to Cook. Cook lets that one rip with some traffic in front. That's going to get deflected wide. Weiss winning the corner battle there. Puck gets kicked back out to Catelier. Up to McGuire, over to Chase Cook. Chase Cook finds a nice seam pass there. Unfortunately for him, took a bit of a weird hop. Now he's back in a 2-on-1 puck race. McGuire slowly catching up. Catelier here engaging. The hockey games are win and lost on both blue lines. Been a lot of key plays and turnovers happening on either side of the ice tonight, either blue line, either end of the neutral zone. Gets slid up to Bergeson on the left side. Sato chasing him, but the puck hops over his stick. That's Moody there, deciding to have to back up. Puck's going to get rimmed around, and I believe Daniels will be going back for it now. He's got Jaden Fodchuk bearing down on him. Fodchuk spent some time with the SFU Red Leafs now. Bergeson trying to find that. Again, a lot of hopping pucks tonight. Pretty cold in here, ice is slippery. Puck's not settling super easy, got to be crisp. Sato's chasing that thing down. 1-on-3 situation isn't given much. Nguyen's coming to support. VIU defenseman Nick Goyer doing a really good job working that puck in. Pretty clear why he is nearly a point per game as a defender. 10 points in 12 games for SFU this year. Any defenseman in that points per game conversation's got to be a happy one. See why he picked number 43. It is evident. Nguyen's now in a battle here. A little bit of pushing and shoving. He's going to get that down. Bergeson now chasing it down. Team Bergeson, headman a lot of rushes tonight, doing a great job. Now we're going to see the Jones-Earhart contingency. Earhart over to Jones. Jones looking, tries to find Earhart. It's going to go off an SFU shin pad, but he will come back away with it. Puck goes off a weird hop. With a nice stick play by the SFU forward, I believe that was Evan Fidel. That puck is going to get tipped out of play for an O-zone face-off. Shots now, really blown things open here. It's 4-0 for VIU. 26 seconds remaining in the first. 14-4, the shots on goal in favor of your VIU Mariners. VIU looking for another quick one before they head to the room here. The puck is picked. We're going to see a 3-on-2 situation here for SFU. Earhart still finding a body on his way back. There's lots of stuff going on the ice tonight. Where else would you want to be on a Saturday night in Nanaimo? Tries to find Jones on the back door. Bit of a misfire on his back end. But again, just selfless plays all over the ice tonight for VIU. You can absolutely see these guys want Jonesy to break that record. They are looking for him at every opportunity. Just says a lot about the character of this VIU team, looking out for their boys, wanting to put their boys on. It's why they find so much success. It's a real team effort, real core group of guys. I'll spend a lot of time together. They're all close off the ice. That stuff leads to success. I believe the refs are discussing. I believe SFU shot that one out. I think they're discussing whether or not there was a deflection there, if VIU will be starting the second period with a 2-minute power play for delay of game. Hard to say at this point. Couldn't quite tell if that got deflected from my angle up here in the crow's nest. I know some of you in the chat wanted me to mention the seniors tonight. Of course, happy to do so. Again, much apologies here from the VIU broadcast booth that the audio is having some issues. All right, let me run through this here for you guys. All these notes. Spent so much time taking notes on these guys. You guys couldn't even hear it. We'll go through it now. Starting off, you got Jeremy Robar. Played 63 games in the Maritime Junior Hockey League. Out east side of Canada there. Came to VIU in 2023. Spent 15 games played with VIU, and in all of those starts, he posted a .910 save percentage, 2 shutouts, and officially, according to Elite Prospects, posted a 10-1-0 record. I'd like to thank Jeremy for all of his time with the club. Very impactful goalie. Great guy off the ice, good human being. When he's done with these guys, I'm not sure if he's staying in Nanaimo. Either way, made an impact. Good human being. Good goaltender. Very happy to have him here on VIU. Up next, we got Noah Danforth, BCIHL super veteran. He's been on all sides of the game. He's played a bit of hockey. He's coached a bit of hockey, and he said, you know what? No, I'm not done. I'm going to go back. I'm going to play one more year after coaching VIU for a year. So Noah, 60 games played, 2 goals, 15 assists, stay-at-home, lockdown defenseman. Spent 3 years in the KIJHL before coming to VIU, and like I mentioned, coaching the defenseman last year for VIU. Noah, again, great human being off the ice. Very kind guy. When I worked with this team a few years ago, one of the guys who really reached out, made an effort, tried to get me involved with the team. Just a really, really good dude on and off the ice. And as a stay-at-home defenseman myself, he plays good stay-at-home defense, so I love to see that. Noah Danforth, thank you for your time with VIU. Austin Daniels, Chubbs, some of the guys call him. Don't know why, pretty lanky for a guy named Chubbs, but all in all, spent a lot of time with VIU. 66 games played, 30 points, 11 goals, 19 assists. Before he came to VIU, he had 45 points in 53 games in the KIJHL. Daniels spent some time on forward, some time on defense. Just a guy you can throw anywhere, a bit of a Swiss Army knife, what we like to call it here up in the broadcast booth. Thank you to Austin Daniels for all your time with VIU. Up next, we got Carson Earhart. Earhart just a real heavy impact on VIU in his time here in 85 games, posting 85 goals and 65 assists. That's a goal per game at an intercollegiate level, totaling out to 125 points or a 1.47 points per game. Spent 108 games in the SJHL with the Nipawin Hawks before coming here, and prior to that, 1 season in the AJHL with the Bonnyville Pontiacs. He's number 3 in league scoring, though that might have just changed after that period, if I'm being completely honest. He's also number 5 in PIMS. I believe I mentioned that earlier. Guy likes to get involved on all aspects of the score sheet. Carson Earhart, just a titan for VIU. When you need a goal, that guy's probably the one doing it. Of course, won a championship with VIU. Great hockey player, great guy. Last but not least, we got Ethan Jones, who is now tied the VIU Mariners all-time points record with Garrett Dunlop. And I'm sure with 2 periods left here, as a betting man, I'd probably say he finds a way to break that record. Ethan Jones, 144 points in 67 games. I mean, that's just crazy. It's a 2.15 points per game at the intercollegiate level. Impactful player on and off every night. Also a very impactful guy in the community. Works at Prime Performance there. Probably why they sponsor the power plays, because they know their own employee is going to go out there and rip one every time. Jonesy was all over the place, played a lot of Junior A. He played for the Clippers for a few seasons, spent some time in the AJHL. I believe he spent some time with the Bulldogs too, if I'm not mistaken. I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to play with that guy minor hockey growing up. For whatever reason, I'm up here in the broadcast booth and he's out there. Not sure what went wrong for me, but Jones just always been a great teammate, always been a great human, super personable guy. I even had him do some on-the-spot commentary for video for VIU a couple of years ago, and he was pretty good behind the mic too. So a bit of a jack of all trades. Ethan Jones, number 1 in league scoring this year, and only furthering that gap tonight. I want to congratulate Ethan on tying that record, and hopefully in the next 40 minutes of play, we'll see Ethan find a way to apex that record and be the number 1 guy. Want that for him. Great dude. Obviously got his old man behind the bench there too, another great human. Was lucky enough to play for him in minor hockey. And yeah, thank you, Ethan, for your time with the Mariners. Thank you to all these boys for your time with the Mariners. Again, that was Ethan Jones, Carson Earhart, Austin Daniels, Noah Danforth, Jeremy Robar. Great human beings, great hockey players, fun to watch, contributed a lot to this program, all won a championship with this program. So thank you boys for your contribution. I'm glad that we get a night here to celebrate you guys. Thanks folks, I am gonna take a quick break here. I do have some interviews here in the intermission. I bumped into former Mariners captain, Will Norman today. He's just out and about. He's lucky enough to spend a few minutes with me and talk hockey, talk seniors night, talk life. So if you want to catch up with Will Norman, I will be rolling that now. Thanks, folks. All right, we're here with former VIU Mariners captain Will Norman. Will played his final season with VIU last year. Happy to catch up with him here at Kirby Source for Sports. Will, what are your thoughts on VIU's success this year going into the last home game of the season?
Yeah, for sure. Super proud of the fellas and carrying on the culture that we built. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into the organization, so to see them have success on the ice and in the community is definitely something special to see.
And, Will, obviously you spent 5 years with the team, left behind a couple vets, notably some guys. You got Austin Daniels, Carson Earhart, Noah Danforth, Ethan Jones. What was it like playing with those guys for your tenure at VIU?
Yeah, for sure. Another guy I'd like to mention, Jeremy Robar, graduating this year too. All really unbelievable guys and all really unbelievable players for the team. Obviously a chance at VIU history for Ethan Jones tonight, so super proud of all of them. They become really good friends, some of my best friends today that I've been on international trips with and keep in touch with all the time, so super proud of them, of their careers and the impact they left on VIU.
You obviously were the captain of the team last year. You got right to the end and were shy by just a goal in the finals against UVic.
And that's no knock on your leadership, but do you think with a guy like Ethan Jones at the helm this year, is the revenge tour looking good?
Revenge tour is definitely looking good. I mean, we had a hell of a team last year. Obviously, it was a bittersweet ending, but this team this year has a lot of vets now, and they know what it's like to lose in that game. It's definitely a different kind of situation to be in when it's a single knockout, but they've got a group full of vets now that knows what it's like to be in that situation, and hopefully this year they can get the job finished.
Will, pivoting from the team, let's talk about you. You're making some big steps in life. Recent university graduate. What's the next 365 days looking like for you? What's your goals post education here?
Yeah, for sure. It's been a big year this year. Currently working for the city of Nanaimo right now in the construction department, but also in the process right now for Victoria Police Department. To answer your question, the next 365 days, I'd like to be moved down to Victoria full time, and serving the Victoria people and making sure that they feel safe, and develop myself as a professional police officer.
Well, that's great, Will. Let's hope your handcuffing and decision-making abilities with the badge on are a little better than when you got the puck on your stick. Thanks for taking the time, Will. You got any final notes for the fans or for the boys on the ice?
Yeah, go Mariners, go. Let's get the job finished this year.
Thanks, Will.
No problem.
right, folks, we're back here. Minute 22 to go till intermission's over. We're back for some more VIU hockey. We are just aloof with technical difficulties tonight. I think they'd have it figured out by the last game of the season, and they get a lackey like me in here and everything goes wrong. My apologies. I'll wear the horns. VIU back hitting the ice here. Minute till that second period. Storyline tonight, Ethan Jones, one more point. This place is going to erupt. Probably lose it on the mic here. SFU hitting the ice now. Going to now see SFU skating right to left, VIU skating left to right. On your screens at home. I even updated the scoreboard. We'll learn as we go here, folks. We're doing our best. Also wanted to give a nod to our officials tonight. Reffing, we got Chris Vandeventer, Mike McDougall, and on the lines, we got Ryan Ebert and Stephen Thompson. Another one of those things I mentioned when the mic was very much muted up until 2 minutes into this hockey game. Thanks for bearing with me, folks. And if you missed it, we did have an interview pre-recorded with Will Norman there, former VIU Mariners captain from last year, in the intermission, and we also took some time to give a nod to our VIU seniors. Of course, want to give a shout out to VIU's title sponsor, the Tom Harris Community Foundation, enhancing the quality of life in our community, and a very, very important integral sponsor of this VIU Mariners hockey team over the last 3 seasons. Who else would it be? Ethan Jones taking the draw, Carson Earhart on his right, and he's got Ryan Hunter on his left. Chase Cook, McGuire, your defenseman here, starting for VIU. Gets one back to McGuire. He'll flip it up. Hope it takes a hop, and it does. Jones chasing that thing down. Bit of a Superman dive. Gets back on his feet, but not quite able to find it. It's going to come off the wall. Cook's going to make a nice poke at it here, but it will take a hop over Hunter's stick. SFU now trying to push. Hunter's going to carry it around the net here. Flips a nice reverse over to Cook. Cook, I want to apologize to the fans at home. I know last game I made some disparaging comments about Chase Cook. I'd like to retract those statements. He's honestly a great human being, a great guy, and a really fun coworker. And to anyone I offended last game, I'm sorry about that. He's a pretty good hockey player too. Did throw one in the slot tonight though, so I'm not going to let that go. Carson Earhart now pursuing. Red Leafs defenseman Matthew, I believe that is Pelchier, chasing that one down. Sends it back up. Jones now bumping it up to Earhart through the middle. Got a 3-man strike here, 3-on-2 situation. Looking for the pass off pad. Earhart there. Jones not quite able to find it. Pose wheeling in, sends that one in, and Earhart finds it again. He's going to throw it on net. It takes a hop, but just directed to the right side there by SFU goaltender Max Fowl. VIU yet again coming away with it. Pressure on every puck, winning battles, doing a great job of not letting SFU get comfortable at any point in this game. Again, shots 17-4. VIU firing on all cylinders tonight. I'm sure wanting to make a nice, impactful game before heading into playoffs late next week over on the mainland. Nguyen's here, not a defenseman, tries to make a pinch there, doesn't quite find it, does a really good job of getting a good stick on the play, getting back and preventing anything treacherous from happening on the 3-on-1, negating any issues. Pose sending it up to Bergeson. Bergeson will take a shot. That's tipped wide to the right leg. Sato here sends it back in. He's hanging out on the point. He's going to move in through the slot. Pose looking for him, doesn't find him. And just going to cover it up for Foul here. Just going to eat that one. Elect to take the draw, get some fresh legs on the ice. SFU sending out some fresh legs on the back end. It's Turnbull and Witten. Pairing for the Red Leafs. Sato on the draw here. Nguyen's right wing, Bergeson left wing. Seen a lot out of this line tonight. Bergeson often headmanning these rushes. Just a player that's hard to miss out there. Big body, plays impactful, plays with lots of speed, physical. I like that style of play. Some sort of issue with the ice. Don't worry, Liney's got it. They got it sorted. Sato wins the draw, finds Bergeson, he flips it back. Flips it back to Moody on the point. It's now for Daniels. Walks down, flips that around. Finds Bergeson, who does a good job of covering the point there. Sends it low. Sato with it now, carrying. Sends it to Daniels. Daniels over to Moody. Moody and him getting a switch. Sends it back to Daniels for the one-timer. He lets it go. A nice falling down save by Foul there. He's able to get in front of that. And the SFU defenseman doing a good job of clearing up any trouble for rebounds. Keeping the blue and white players boxed out. Moody now. Nice little read play back to Bergeson. Does a really good job of calling for that puck, and so it finds him. If you want the puck, you better let your teammates know. You better call for that thing. Daniels battling on the wall, 2v1 situations, gets sent back down for SFU, comes with possession, trying to get out of their zone, and unfortunately ref gets in their way. Just nothing quite going right, but it does seem to find its way out. Really nice cross seam look there on a late back check, which makes it a 3-on-2. I believe that was Osborne sending that one over. Not quite able to find his target though. Bradley gonna let one rip from the point just wide, hoping for that rebound off the back dasher. Does not find it. That's gonna get up to Corbett on the wall. And tipped off the stick of the very least a VIU player, Moody. Good enough for him. He needed a change late in the shift. Tip that puck out, get his change. Cook and McGuire coming back out now. Both two good human beings. Corbett stepping out for the draw here. Strome on his right, Power on his left. Puck draws one to Strome, sends it back to Cook. Cook backs. Tries to slide that through the middle, but a good hop by SFU there. Number 12 jumping up and breaking that play up before anything too catastrophic. Now it's back the other way in SFU's zone. VIU pressing. Power looking to win that thing back in the corner there. Bit of a 2v2 corner battle. Power still engaged in the corner there. Just digging away. No team coming up with the puck right now. They both want it, but neither can have it. A modern tragedy. That puck's going to get chipped out, I believe, for an icing. Cookie's going to saunter back there. Selling the, hey ref, I'm trying. It should be an icing, but not trying hard enough to actually catch it. Very hard balance to strike as a defenseman. You can do it well. You can get a lot of ozone draws out of the deal. Shots 21-4 for VIU, 4-0 here for the Mariners. 16:08 and counting remaining here in the second period. Two-on-one situation here. Cook doing a great job diving out, getting in the way of that puck. I take back everything I said about him throwing a pizza in the slot earlier. He's redeemed himself. That's a great defensive play by Chase Cook there. Goods here, digging for it. Helps out Weiss letting one go. Goods trying to find that rebound. Kirby's contingency back out here on the ice. We got Cook, Goods, and Weiss. Only thing that could make it better is if I could convince Will Norman to do color for this third period with me. Digging for that thing. Goods, he's going to find it on the half wall. I believe we'll elect to send that back down to Patelier. Patelier does a good job spitting that up to Cookie. Goodsy fills the lane on the point, sends it back in. It's Weiss with it, making the no-look backhander. Almost finds it in the slot, but just a good aware play by the SFU defenseman to break that up before anything too chaotic. SFU with the change here. VIU with the right read could send one up here and try and spring a leak on an odd man rush. Goods elects to keep it though. I know he wants one. I was talking to him today about the game. He's excited to be back in the lineup, hungry for a point, wants to remind the people the kind of dog he really is, but he will change now. Hunter now, Earhart, Jones. You know these guys. Jones with it in the corner. Bit of dilly-dallying and dancing, tries to send it down to Earhart, but it isn't found. SFU pokes here, icing his wave. We got a bit of a puck race here between Danforth and the SFU forward. Quick little flip play to the middle there, but Fleet just not really bothered by that one. Just kind of sends it wide, and it's back up for Jones. Coming around the net with some power, he looks for the slot. SFU, I think, aware that VIU is always looking for the slot when Earhart and Jones are on the ice and doing a better job of filling that middle lane. VIU is going to need to start trying to find a little bit more on the outside here. A pretty disciplined game from SFU in terms of penalty minutes, so tougher for VIU to get those power plays they often long for and strike on. Puck's thrown up the middle to Earhart, over to Jones. He's going to redrop for Earhart. Earhart slides it over to Hunter, but he is just not able to be found with that puck. Daniels sends one in. You know, he's looking for blood tonight, too. He'd love to get on the score sheet last night in the blue and white at home at the Nick. Why not? Let a few rip from the point. Tries to wheel that one up. The puck hops over his stick in the wrong direction, and VIU forced to reset here. Low neutral zone, D zone kind of play. That puck's bouncing. Bergerson tries to pull through. That's a really hard puck to pull around there when it's rolling like that, but he does a really good job of staying calm, managing the puck, and getting back into a spot where VIU has an opportunity to break out cleanly. Weird play here. Moody probably wants that one back, but Fleet just really not giving him much time of day. Didn't really seem like a matter of concern for him. Stays in position well, eats that puck up, and with the next shot here, does a good job of blocking that one too. With only 7, pardon me, I don't know if they haven't updated the scoreboard. What I believe is either 5 or 6 shots against tonight. Fleet has looked sharp. They've challenged him on a few weird ones. He just doesn't really look bothered. You can't tell he's a guy who's only had 5 shots in roughly 30 minutes of hockey here. He's doing a great job holding down the fort for VIU. Corbett on the draw here, wins it back to the corner. Guire's going to throw that hard off the wall. Strome's going to press, but not before SFU can go D to D and send that back in the zone, try and get back to work in this O zone. Definitely spending a little bit more time on the left side of your screens here, SFU, the VIU zone. VIU just forcing a few plays that they probably don't need to and creating a bit of havoc where havoc doesn't need to be. That's Nick Goyer, SFU defenseman, 10 points in 12 games, as we mentioned earlier. Lets a good one go, but without any traffic, no real risk for Fleet. Ben Ruffman wins the draw there for SFU. Fodchuk lets one loose. Sounded like a whistle, but wasn't one. Bit of a battle in that front here. Just kind of human beings flying all over the ice right now. I don't really know what's going on, but we do have a whistle. I believe we will have a draw in the VIU defensive zone. Took McGuire the D pair for that. Owen Weiss, Jackson Goods, and Matthew Tellier stepping out here for VIU. Sure would love to get to work in that O zone as they did last shift. They were trying to find one there. Had some good looks, just couldn't quite get it exactly where they wanted it, but they're driven tonight. I'm sure it will come. Cook doing a good job getting to that corner, winning a foot race. And that's going to send VIU up 3-on-3. Nice pass play here, turns it into a 2-on-2. Just whittling down those numbers, trying to eventually create an odd man. They failed to do so, but do keep possession. And send it up to the point, up to McGuire. Makes the wise decision of hitting his forward in the corner there rather than trying to force a shot. VIU coming away with possession. Goods pokes that one's loose. Looks for Coutelier in the slot, does not find him. Again, VIU recovers. Goods to Coutelier, Coutelier to Goods, skips through. McGuire finds on the point, lets one go at the left shoulder. Max Foul, but Max Foul just shuts the door. No real issues there. I think Owen Weiss was trying to create a bit of traffic there, but SFU defenseman does a good job of boxing him out, not letting him get in the tender's eyes. Shots 25-6 now. 25 shots sounds like a lot of shots, I won't lie. I think they might have let their thumb rest on the button once or twice there, but VIU definitely pressing here. Danforth puts that one in. Behind the net, VIU looks to the slot. Goods with it again. Pardon me, left this line out here. Let him cook for a bit. This is now the 2nd consecutive shift. They have broken out of the D zone and found themselves getting to work in the O zone. I'm sure these boys are feeling it. Would have had a nice interview with Jackson Goods today, but he ducked it. Left work early, didn't let me film him. Get him next time. SFU coming out with it now. Finds Jarvis there on the wall. He's going to cross ice chip that. Not before VIU can win a puck race and yet again come out of their zone with it. But a bouncing puck makes it tough to handle. But don't worry, Earhart's away with it. Nice pole drag. I believe they call it a stride shot. Lets one go, doesn't find it. Gets another one here. And I think that hit SFU stick before bouncing up out of play behind the net. Nearly dinging the Canada flag behind the net there. So again, we see this VIU first line. Jones, Hunter, Earhart. You just know Jones is looking for that one nugget. I'm sure his boys want to get it to him more than anything in the world. He's going to push on the draw here, but not win the race. SFU comes away with it. Daniel's doing a good job of pinching there and getting his leg in the way of that breakout pass to keep VIU in the zone. Misfire there from Hunter, but VIU yet again comes away with it. Jones looking for that pass off pad low, almost finds Earhart. Earhart just not quite ready, and on his offhand, not able to tap that in. Jones up to Earhart. Earhart just letting it rip at the 5-hole from point blank. Weird bouncing puck play. A couple guys staring at it, watching it go. Hunter comes away with it. Earhart tries to find Jones in the slot again. Jones makes a quick move, beats a guy. But SFU does come away with it in a 1-on-2 situation. They ultimately should. Nothing to scoff at there. SFU definitely showing a little bit of jump more in the second period, more so than they were in the first. Doing a better job of breaking up some of these fancy pick plays from VIU. Even similar in that first. VIU was pretty aggro on their play style to start and struggling a bit, but once they settled into the period roughly around that 10-minute mark, which we're at now, they got comfortable, they got cozy, and then they started kind of striking while the iron was hot. Puck goes up to Daniels at the point here. He sends it over to Moody. Moody makes a nice play off his foot to hold that puck in. Jones will change. Nice thunderous hit from Newens in the corner. SJHL veteran. Those boys know how to throw the body. You have a bit of a 2-on-1 situation if Newens can be found, but really good stick lift from the SFU defenseman there. I believe that was Luke Bradley preventing Newens from being a threat in that situation, but in 3-on-2 now, Newens going to try and let it go, and SFU just getting sticks on everything, doing a really good job of making Max Fowle's life a little easier. They're doing a good job of boxing out, not letting the VIU players get in his eyes. They're getting sticks on any of these kind of perimeter exterior shots, and yeah, just good work happening all around. That's going to bring us to our TV time out for the second period. Saint TV, this BCIHL TV. We're going to talk about sponsors now. Of course we are. I've already read them off, but we're going to go back through it. Shout out to Archie Johnstone Plumbing and Heating, where community and comfort come together. Thank you for your support. Original Joe's, official post-game meal for the VIU Mariners. Chicken wings, Caesar salads, teriyaki bowls. Rogers TV, Channel 105. Got to give a shout out to those boys too, giving us some nice big camera equipment. This broadcast is so fancy, we got 2 computers up here. I'd like to give a shout out to the Saints team, empowering your financial future together. Of course, a shout out to Nanaimo Mitsubishi. They've given away some pretty cool things at VIU games. Nanaimo Mitsubishi, driven by value, powered by you. Of course, Whitley Contracting, proudly building Vancouver Island. Big contracting company here on Vancouver Island, especially in Nanaimo. And of course, Advanced Health and Sports Clinic, Advanced Care, Stronger You Advanced, a big part of VIU over the last few years, keeping these boys healthy, keeping them ready to roll. Back to action, 9 minutes remaining in the second period. Puck goes up to the point. Cook's looking. He has traffic in front. Nice little bounce out. No one's able to find it. Now SFU coming out with speed here. Little chip play attempt there by Jaden Fodchuk. Not quite able to come away with it. We do have a battle engaged. VIU yet again coming away with it. Just sending 2 guys on every loose puck and hoping that they come away with it. So far seems to be a successful plan. Looks like Chris Jones hockey to me. Oh, really nice hit there. A boom on Sato. That was Jaden Fodchuk laying the shoulder down. Play will continue. Newens now 1v2 in the corner, battling. Bouncing puck comes to Cook, somehow able to hold that thing in. And I believe Newens is going to get a trip here, reaching for a puck. His stick is stepped on, and that is a dictionary definition of a tripping penalty. Not much you can do about that. VIU out shooting SFU 29-6. Maybe the shots are 29. Maybe I was a little rash earlier. Shouldn't be so hard on Don down there in the box. That guy's been doing this a while. He knows what he's doing. So we'll head down to the VIU zone here. Penalty killers for them. Gonna have Strome on the draw. He will try and push. Goyer will come away with it on the point. Tries to slide it over, but Blake Power just going to pick that up, try and rag it a bit here, kill some time. Actually, somehow turns this into a 2-on-1. Buries it with his backhand. Blake Power, known skill guy Blake Power, just buries that one with his backhand. And if guys are just going to stand around and watch, you might as well capitalize. Blake Power originally trying to kill some time there, recognizes he has a lane, finds it, and just a greasy ice burner on that backhand. Blake Power, short-handed goal. Only 12 seconds in to this VIU penalty kill. Cage Newens definitely eases the pressure on him a bit in the box. Love to see that. You go in there expecting to have to defend a tough 5-on-4, and luckily your team comes away with them, gets you off the hook a little bit. Strome pushing that up. We're going to stick with this same killing membership here. Danforth doing a good job. Good strong play there. Gets that puck out. Power racing for it. Stick on puck hockey. Trying to dig that thing out. Strome does a good job getting D-side. Trying to let that thing pop out. And this place gets loud. What a place to be. VIU hockey. Saturday nights, last of the year. Why not come out? Why not have a few $5 beers? Blake Power might even score another shorthanded goal. Who knows? SFU coming out with it now. Doing a good job to keep possession here, settle things down. That's all they need to do. They just need to get set up. Got some skilled players on this team. If they can get set up, they can go to work. But VIU just not giving them the breathing room necessary. Strong with a bit of a collision there. Maybe an interference, but I don't think it was intentional. Ref probably sees that, lets it go. No need to make this a 5-on-3. Just battles all over the ice. VIU doing a good job at eating pucks. Danforth, the veteran defensive defenseman. Looks like some pretty defensive defense to me over there in the corner. And Power's going to slide in, send that one out. Finally get a change here. Catelier and Sato hit the ice. 27 seconds remaining on this SFU power play. Jarvis doing a good job to come away with that one. Just a good stick play there from Cole McGuire. Pardon me, Tyson Pose. 21-22, both play defense. Hard to read. You looking for one in the slot here. 11 seconds remaining on the kill. SFU now coming in with pressure. 4-on-2 scenario. They're going to fire it over to the left side. And just a really good D play by Cole McGuire there. Gets his stick on that pass at the last second, preventing the 3-on-2 from becoming actionable. Even now, VIU gets the kill. Newen steps out onto the ice. He's going to come in for support. Almost tripping there, but staying up. Cook and Newen's now in a 2-on-2 battle behind their own net. SFU flips that one out front, but no one to find it. Goyer did a good job of stepping in there, but it does slip out. 2-on-3. Not a lot of offense available for VIU there. They'll finish off the change. Bergeson will step out. It gets flipped back to the neutral zone. McGuire over to Cook. Cook with just a nice hinge pass. McGuire stepping back, making it an option. And then Cook opening back up, just not quite able to find that bouncing puck. He'll just send it in. He knows this forecheck. He knows they'll get to work. A little bit of a miscomm on the delayed offside there, so VIU will not be able to get him with pressure. Gives SFU time to be patient and set up. Puck gets thrown up to Goyer there, but it does take a bit of an odd hop. Therefore, Weiss is able to come away with it. He finds Bergeson with it. Bergeson's behind the net. Goods gets it in the slot, but not quite able to get any meaning on it before the SFU defender does. Tries to make a nice move on Goyer there, but Goyer, a pretty strong defender, doesn't really give him the time of day. Goods now pressing into that corner, looking for contact. Got Bergeson with him. Puck goes up to McGuire on the point. He's getting shifty. He's shifting weight. He's going to let one go right over the right shoulder there of the SFU netminder, but it will not find it. Catches him in the shoulder, bounces up. Puck stays in play. Back to McGuire on the point. Back down to Bergeson on the half wall. It's behind him. He's looking for it. Oh, and a weird pick play here. SFU's going to come away with a breakaway. Looks for the forehand, backhand, 5-hole. Fleet says, no, not today. Not letting you have that one. He has been steady there again, knocking away his own rebound. Defenders won't help him. He'll do it himself. Shots 31-9 for VIU. They're a big penalty kill and a few big shifts here. No icing there. Cook's not going to get away with it this time. They're going to know he could have had that. McGuire here will set up for a few. Let his boys get into position. That's going to be that first line. Got Earhart out now. Goods and Bergeson still out. Earhart just moving with speed here. Sends that one wide. Jones now coming down the half wall. SFU is going to chip. Big thunderous hit from Bergeson there as he finishes the shift. Pardon me, from Goods. I didn't know he had that in him. It was a big hit from Goods. Earhart circling with it on the half wall. Tries to find the seam over to Daniels. Puck hops, but he does still come away with it. Hunter just gets the opportunity stripped away from him there. Nice contact from the SFU defender. Puck comes back out. VIU recovers. Try to find that thing in the middle of the ice. Jones chasing now. He's looking for it. Doesn't quite find it, but Hunter coming in with the support. Is able to get that over to him. Jones now behind the net. Finds Earhart. Oh, nice save there by Max Fowl. Gotta almost wonder if these goalies are watching video and going, oh, if it's Jones and Earhart, there's probably one coming from behind the net at a bit of an absurd angle, and it's probably Earhart trying to bang it in. Doing a really good job of staying in position, not getting caught looking there, and just holding it down. I believe that's the third time that he's been able to prevent Earhart there in the slot from doing any major damage. One got by, but it's Earhart. It's probably going to get by. He's a goal per game player over 100 games. So. Pardon me, point per game player. Earhart looking for body there, won't find it, but it does throw the SFU defender off enough to create some room for Jones. Beats one, beats two, carries it around the net, decides to stop back. He's just looking for anything here. It gets out to the point at Pose. Pose is going to let it rip. He scores! Ethan Jones finds the assist and confirms himself as the greatest Mariner to ever do it. Most points in VIU Mariners history. Off, wouldn't you know it, a wonderful assist from behind the net with great vision. Finds Pose, who's a shooter on the point. He makes no mistake. VIU bench clears. That is Ethan Jones, the primary assist there, and he is now your VIU Mariners all-time points leader, finding it with 22 minutes left in his VIU regular season career. Fans are giving him a standing O. You love to see it. I hate to be that guy, but Ethan Jones might be your VIU GOAT. One of the greats to play in the BCIHL. Attaboy, Ethan. Happy for that guy. Good guy. Deserves it. Deserves to be the all-time points leader for VIU. Works for it. Earns it. Love to see it. Big celebration here from the fans. Gotta love when the storyline has a nice fairy book ending. So lots of hockey left, 22 minutes. VIU up 6-0, shots 33-9. Danforth stepping down the wall. Would love to see him find one tonight too. Got love for all the seniors out here. Strome, I don't know what he just did or how he came away with that. Puck gets flipped in, he catches it between his knees. And then just, unfortunately, it gets thrown aside. SFU's able to come down and get a shot, but initial skill hand-eye play there by him. Really good job using the knees to catch it. Been using all the machines in the gym, I guess. Pardon me, folks, I'll update the scoreboard here. Just so excited to be here commentating VIU hockey. I get distracted. I forget to update the number. One day I'll be good at this. Finds Strome on the half wall there. He's going to kick it to center. Blake Power yet again headmanning this rush, coming away with it. He finds Corbett in the slot. Corbett digging. Just really good strength from Foul there to fight with a stick, pull that in with his glove, and not let that puck come back loose there. Hauls it in. Doesn't give him a secondary look off that rebound.
The assist to, and your new all-time leading scorer.
You folks can hear the announcement there. That's Pose from Ethan Jones, Carson Earhart. We've heard this story before, but for Jones to apex that all-time VIU points leader status makes that one special. Crowd erupting in here for that announcement. I haven't heard it that loud in here. I don't know if I want to say ever, but in quite a long time. It was a part of a double OT playoff win here once. And that crowd ovation still might have had that here, so who knows. Puck gets kicked back. McGuire skating with confidence here. Not too worried. He might try and take some ice. Lex to stop. Good patience there. Cook stays open for him, but SFU doing a good job of staying in the lane here, not giving up too much. Newens is going to swing through. McGuire leaves it up for him. Newens moving with speed here. Tries to burn wide. Not so successful on that attempt, but just doesn't quite find it. Sato doing a good job of not going offside there. His feet go in, but the puck stays out. It's now worked back up to Newens. Newens tries to find Cook on the point. Cook's going to blow a tire there. We've got a 2-on-1 for SFU. Tries to make the pass. Really, really strong stick play there by Braden Moody. Doesn't really give him much to work with. It's over to Bergerson. They'll fire off a quick logo durability test on Max Foul. Does not find its way in. 16 seconds remaining here in the second period. Shots 35-10 in favor of your Mariners. Score 6-0. VIU obviously the top team in the BCIHL. SFU rounding up the bottom of the leaderboard. VIU looking to improve to 5-0 against SFU on the season. draw attempt by Sato there, but a lot of speed shown. I believe that's Fodchuk again, just wheeling through there and doing a good job to turn that potential face-off win into a loss. But VIU, yet again, 2 on a battle, doing a good job recovering. That goes from Newens over to Bergeson. Little delay on the flyer there, and not quite able to get a shot off. That's 40 minutes of VIU Mariners hockey here tonight. Last one of the year at the Nick. Ethan Jones, man. Last game at home. Last game of the regular season. And not even 2/3 of the way through the game. Finds 1, 2, and a third point to surpass Garrett Dunlop for all-time points leader of the VIU Mariners hockey program. Love to see it. Happy for the kid. Happy that when I played with him in Bantam, I made sure I always battled him really hard because I knew this moment was coming. I'm happy I could be a part of that. It's clearly showing. Kidding, of course. Give another shout out to our sponsors. And then coming up here in the intermission, I've got a pre-recorded interview with VIU equipment manager Ryan Squire. Ryan Squire spent 2 years with the team, sharpens all the skates, makes sure all the jerseys are dialed at all times. And yeah, just be good to get some insight from him on all the behind the scenes that goes into a week. Quick shout out, run through the sponsors. Tom Harris Community Foundation, enhancing the quality of life in our community. Archie Johnstone Plumbing and Heating, where community and comfort come together. Original Joe's, official post-game meal for the Mariners. So many good menu items. Get in there. Saints team, empowering your financial future together. Nanaimo Mitsubishi, driven by value, powered by you. Winley Contracting, proudly building Vancouver Island. And Advanced Health and Sports Clinic. Advanced care, stronger you. We will take a break here, folks. I will let the Ryan Squire interview run, and we will catch you back in about 14 minutes for some more Mariners hockey.
We're here with VIU Mariners equipment manager Ryan Squire. Ryan has spent 2 years with the team now, making sure the boys' skates are sharpened, making sure jerseys are packed up, and just being an all-around helper, one of those behind-the-scenes guys. Ryan, I'm sure a lot of people don't know what goes into to a week for you leading up to a game day. Do you want to maybe just take the fans at home through what a week prepping the team looks like for you?
Yeah, actually, a lot goes into it. So obviously got to get the boys dialed for practice. Got to get all the game pucks, jerseys, socks, and all that dialed in for them. As the week goes on for practices and they start dialing for the game, on Wednesdays we sharpen skates, get all the skates dialed, make sure they're all level and sharp so that they can come to the game Saturday firing on all cylinders. And then on Friday, we come in and change all the practice stuff to game stuff. Get all the game pucks going, water bottles, towels, jerseys, and socks. Make sure all the names are looking good. And yeah, just getting the boys dialed on a daily note.
Squire, you've obviously been a big help to the team over the last 2 years. What's kind of one of your favorite memories traveling with the team so far that you can say on camera?
Yeah, honestly, one of the core memories from this year has got to be when we were in Kelowna for Halloween. One of the players during Halloween actually dressed up as a minion, but not just any minion, it was a blow-up one. You couldn't see him at all, it's completely blow-up. I think it was about 7 feet tall, and it looked really sick.
I believe you had a part of that costume too, but we won't dive too deeply into it. What's the outlook looking like rolling into finals here? Obviously, you guys had that heartbreaker against UVic last year, but have had a pretty good record against them this year. As someone who's on the bench and really sees the inner workings of this squad, what's your confidence level? What are some notes you're feeling?
Yeah, honestly, over the past couple of weeks, the boys have been dialing in. Practice has been firing on all cylinders. Our coach, Chris, has been dialing in all the players, making sure that what happened last year doesn't happen again. Last year was a huge heartbreak for the boys. All these rookies come in and have seen how the seniors are feeling about last year, and they want revenge, and that's what we're going to give them.
All right, Squire, just anything else? Do you have any words for the fans tonight watching at home or heading into playoffs here?
Thank you, Mariners fans. We love your support, and we hope you can be with us on the journey. Let's go win this.
Thank you, Squire.
Thank you, boys.
All right, folks, we're back at it here. 1 minute till this final 20 minutes here at the Nick. The final bout for the VIU Mariners here at home on the 2025-2026 season. Very strong season for these Mariners. 16-2-1 rolling into tonight against the 4-15 SFU Red Leafs. VIU, I'm sure, 20 minutes away from trying to make that 17-2-1, a near perfect season. Not quite perfect. Nobody's perfect. Can't expect that. You'll never be disappointed if you expect perfection. But man, they've been close tonight. Matthew Fleet making a really good showing. Carson Earhart, of course, finding the score sheet a few times. Blake Power, nice shorthanded goal. Just a strong effort. Just a skilled goal for Blake Power. He's a skilled guy. But of course, the main storyline, Ethan Jones became your all-time points leader for the VIU Mariners, apexing the, I believe, 147-point mark. Number one all-time, VIU Mariners. He's still got 20 minutes to go. He can try to expand it here a little bit. Of course, takes the draw, doesn't quite find the win. SFU comes up with it, but Earhart quick to pick it back up. Misfire on the pass there, so SFU will send it back in. McGuire picks it up, sends it around for Cook. Puck hops Cook's stick, and it goes up to the point for SFU. McGuire tries to let one go there. Ethan Jones just throwing in a block for the love of the game. Why not? Why not break a record? Throw a block and throw it up! Forehand, backhand, buries one. Man, blocks the shot, makes a nice pass, drives the net, forehand, backhand, no mistake, just roofs that one. Only 23 seconds into this third period. So I'm being told to turn the mic down. I'm getting excited. That okay? Okay. Sorry, I corrected the audio here. Probably blowing your ears out at home. My apologies. Contact there, awkward. Run into the boards for Danforth. He'll be all right. Get up nice and quick. Real nice hit from Pose there. Gets in the way of Fodchuk. Gets some physicality in the corner, some pushing and shoving here. Seems to be some sort of disagreement between the players here. Oh yeah, Fodchuk throwing a few rights there. Jose's gonna eat him. Sato getting involved. We got a fight down in the corner. Danforth, can't quite tell who he's tied up with. His helmet's gonna come off. That's Ben Ruthven. Yeah. Guys just not getting along. It's the sport, isn't it? I get it for SFU. You got to have a little bit of pushback here. It's a 7-0 hockey game. You got to show some life. See what comes of this here. Former VIU Mariner Jordan Ray walking past. He's got his white jersey on tonight. I'm sure after the game when I tell him he just missed a scrap, he'll be disappointed. Not really sure what spurred the disagreement there. I mean, there was a big hit kind of entering the zone there, and then there was some decent collisions going into the corner, some pushing and shoving. Maybe something was a little too close to Fleet. Danforth didn't like. I couldn't quite tell. Maybe it was just words, but yeah, man. It's just a couple guys not getting along. Should make peace, not war. But, you know, that's what we get it out on the ice for. For some reason, you're just tuning in. You missed a lot of good stuff. But you probably haven't heard. You're just tuning in. And we would like to thank the Tom Harris Community Foundation for enhancing the quality of life in our community and, of course, supporting VIU Mariners BC Intercollegiate Hockey. Often for the last 3 years. Run through these other sponsors here. Archie Johnstone Plumbing and Heating, where community and comfort come together. Hit those guys up for any of your plumbing and heating needs. Never a bad idea to get the old heat pump checked out going into the summer. Want to be stuck with a hot house. Original Joe's,
So many menu items and beers on tap and good vibes. Even got a nice heated patio. Visit them after the game. A couple VIU Mariners will be there for their post-game, official post-game meal for the VIU Mariners Original Joes. The Saints team, financial crew here in Nanaimo, empowering your financial future together. Thank you to the Saints team for your support of VIU Mariners hockey. Nanaimo Mitsubishi, I've seen them here often. Pretty good social media presence and driven by value, powered by you, Nanaimo Mitsubishi. Shout out to them for their support of VIU Mariners hockey. Winley Contracting, proudly building Vancouver Island. Lots of jobs provided, lots of construction done from those guys. And of course, Advanced Health and Sports Clinic, Advanced Care, Stronger You. As we resume to play here. 19:01 and counting remaining in the third period here. Strome's going to find that in the corner. Kicks it up to Daniels. Daniels over to Moody. Moody's going to let one go. I think he was hoping Power would get a piece of it. Doesn't quite find it, but he does pick it up in the corner. But SFU here after a bounce is going to find that. We're going to create a one-on-one. It's going to be Daniels. SFU player making a nice move, but Daniels just going to come away with that one. Doesn't overextend too much there. Stays patient and is able to just poke that puck right at the right time. Not let any real havoc come Fleet's way. And again, we've got no man advantage or disadvantage on the board here. I'm not quite sure what the call is. Maybe just a couple 10s handed out to settle things down. Let those guys go and think about what they did. Unacceptable violence won't be tolerated out here by these refs, so they'll go sit for a couple minutes. Not sure if it's 4 or 10. We'll stay 5-on-5. Daniels, hard chip off the glass. Good hold there. The SFU defenseman Turnbull. Just like straight up through a right hook at Blake Power mid-play. Blake Power just eats it. Play continues. His cage is coming off now, though, so there was a bit of an impact. I don't know if he realizes his left strap of his cage is disconnected. Really nice move there by Moody. Doesn't find anyone with it, though. Slides it to Cook. Moody's going to come for a change. The IU still pressing in the zone. Spinning pass play there by Strome. Doesn't find a target, so SFU is able to come away with it. Late in the shift, they're going to elect to change Corbett, throwing a bit of a high shove there, the SFU player. I'm a bit of a homer. I'll overlook it. See nothing wrong there. McGuire coming in with speed. Did it early. He's doing it again. F1 on the forecheck. Love to see that for a nice big burly defenseman. I know that's always fun to do as a D-man. Going where you're not supposed to. Trying to lay some body on the forecheck. Comes up to Cook on the point. He sends it back in. Sato with it. Sorry, Catellia with it in the corner there. Looks for a target. Doesn't find one. He's got Weiss on his one wing. Goods on the other. It's always just so nice seeing the Weiss, Goods, and Chase Cook contingency out on the ice. It's all my little buddies from work. Pretty fun to see from up here in the Crow's Nest. And they're buzzing too. Gonna look for one here. Goods tries to slide it to the middle. Doesn't find a target, but Cook comes up with it. Slides it to Pose. Cook's gonna go for a change. Weiss gonna headband the forecheck here. Won't look for contact, just tries to play the puck. Forces a rim. Pose does a good job holding that in. Sends it back in. SFU trying to come away with it here. Goods will force him outside. They will elect to dump that in and go for the change. SFU, that is. Goods got it on the wall. Nice chip off the glass. Trying to find Hunter with it. Doesn't. Finds himself with it instead. Beats the first guy, but nice stick check by the SFU winger there. Prevents anything major from happening. Jones back on the ice. He's already got the record by 2 now as of tonight. Why not make it 3? Takes a poke at that one, doesn't come away with it. Pelchier holds, sends it over to his left winger. Good hit there by Earhart. Earhart might be equal on points and hits tonight. Might be 3 of each. Why not? Fantasy wagon. Fleet just making it look so cool, calm, and collected back there. His defensemen are doing a good job of helping him with that effort. And both VIU players leave the box here, so you're going to have to check BCIHL.com for the penalty calls there. I'm really not too sure. I can't make heads nor tails of it, as the SFU player remains in the box. So I would have assumed 10s all around. Obviously not. Only 4 minutes passed. So Draw in the VIU zone. 1 to Moody. Sends it over to Cook. To Earhart on the wall. Tries to feed Jones in the middle, but SFU will pick that up. Somehow, some way, VIU. Puck will bounce out. I look away for a second. I look back, and they're up in the SFU zone. Moody gets on the point, shifting, looking, tries to throw it through the legs. Number 12 for SFU there. Nathan Brand does not find it. Moody comes away with it, sends it to Jones. Jones rifles one off the pad. Does not find a home, but it does go back to the point there. I believe that's Cook. Cook's logging minutes tonight, man. You guys played a lot of hockey. Still looks fresh, though. Feet are still moving. He's got some jump to his game. Earhart's in the battle. Jones will filter out to the D side of the puck there. Take a look at it. Puck takes a weird hop, isn't quite able to hold the line. Cook tries to fire it back over to him, but puck remains rolling and makes it hard for that to find a target. It's all good. Cook will win a battle. Hunter will slide through, come behind the net, take on the D-man's job. Slide through his low center support. Definitely just took a high stick there, but he'll just keep on trucking. He's got Jones in the middle. He's got Earhart on his far right. Tries to find Earhart in the slot. Good stick play by SFU there to prevent any major threat. Chips that one up. Earhart's now got it, walking along the top of the point. Tries to be patient. And SFU forward, number 15, Evan Fidel, does a good job. Breaks that up. Daniels has it now, the senior. Wily veteran. Played a bit of D, played a bit of forward. Curious what that guy's points per game might look like if he played all forward. He's got a pretty good shot from the point, so maybe things are as they should be. Fleet comes out to play it, kicks it to Daniels. All kind of double hops, but Daniels beats a guy with a pass, sends it to Newens on the far wall. Newens cross ice over to Bergeson. He's got Sato driving the net. Sato's looking for it, chips it out, tries to go off the back of the goalie's shoulder. Foul, flinched a bit at that one, feared the worst, but the worst did not come. Puck gets played into the corner. Rounds back up, and now McGuire has it on the point. He's just doing pivots, doing turns, and he's going to let that one go. Off the blocker, a foul. He's going to tip that one into the netting. Tipped it right at the BC Hockey Intercollegiate Champions banner 2023-2024. That, of course, was your VIU Mariners a couple years back, last season, the year before, when they won the BCIHL title for the first time in program history. Looking to do it again this year. The heartbreaker last year. Sure, they'd love to get back in the good books. Got 10 fingers, means they can hold at least 9 more rings. Newens pressing there. Forces a bad pass. Good hit there against VIU on Pose, but he'll get right back up. No problem. Bergeson hangs out in the slot. Newens in the corner. Comes to Bergeson on that half wall. Pose looking, probably hoping for a pass, calling for it, slides to the middle. It's now behind the net. Bergeson carrying with it. Danforth jumps in, looking for a touch. I'm sure he'd love to get a point tonight. SFU able to find that, but again, late in the shift, so they keep making these breakouts, but it's late in the shift. They got to go for a change, and they can't really attack with an odd man or any sustained pressure, so it's tough for them to get set up in the O zone right now. Just trying to keep the demons at bay, if it were. Moody slides in, slides that over to Daniels. Daniels, nice strong pass to Corbett. Corbett slides through the middle, beats one, tries to beat another, gets stick check, but does come away with it. Now engages in a one-on-one battle on the half wall. Goes off Daniels' feet. He does a good stick check to get himself back into a good gap. And a really nice move there by the SFU player. Kind of bounces around him, but that's okay because now he's up ice. He's in a 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-3 situation here. Tries to find someone backdoor. That's Corbett. Corbett doesn't connect how he wishes he had. Fear not, VIU comes away with it. Blake Power now behind the net with it. Blake Power scored a nice shorthanded goal earlier, like we talked about. Very skilled player, very skilled goal with Blake Power. Daniels now making good body contact there, stick on puck, body on body. Leads through on it, needs a little bit of support there. Does he get it? He does, and now VIU will come away with it in their own zone. Blake Power gets it on the left wall there. Misfire. Might need to talk to Blake Power about some different curves at the store when he comes in for a new stick, because that one was a bit of a misfire. Tellier leaving the rush now. Strom on his right. There's Chase Cook. Makes a nice seam pass over to Weiss. Weiss sends it into Catelier. He doesn't find it. Goods now out. We've got this line full force, fresh legs, ready to roll here. Just behind Goods. Someone lets him know it's behind him. Now Weiss chasing that thing down. Tries to find it. Doesn't quite do so. Goods looking for puck or body. Finds puck instead. I'm sure he'll take that. But a tough hop. That goes over. Goods. Another hit there. Someone who's known Jackson Goods as a human first and a hockey player second. He doesn't strike me as physical of a player as he actually is now, seeing him here in person. I'm impressed. Probably mess with him a little less at work. It's kind of scary. Puck goes up to Weiss on the wall, feeds it to Catelier, who's engaged in a one-on-two battle. Goods now headman this rush. SFU looking for a clean regroup. Looks like they will find it here. Hunter just head down, wheeling back to that. Doing a really good job of breaking up any odd man rush opportunity there. Carrying it now. Hunter and Cook. An odd combo to be headmanning your 2-on-3 rush, but they'll do it nonetheless. Hunter finds Cook up on the point. Cook's got Jones in the middle. He elects to find Earhart over on the right. Earhart lets one loose. It is blocked by SFU. Jones will come up with it now. He'll find Earhart for the 1T from the point. And I believe that'll be a Ryan Hunter tip. And if not, it's a Carson Earhart goal with an assist from Ethan Jones. Bench clears here again. I'm not sure if there's a Carson Earhart record that's he's just broken. If I had to guess, I would assume it would be all-time goals. I don't know. Maybe they're just happy to see him get a goal. I'm not sure. Could be all-time goals, though. Just an absolute rip from the point. To connect with a one-timer from the blue line with pretty limited traffic in front and have it find its way in, even though maybe it might have hit Hunter on the shoulder. It's pretty impressive. That's a lot of power required, a lot of patience. Nice soft pass from Jones there, makes it easy to handle. 8-0 for your VIU Mariners. They score. Always 2 behind. 8-0 for the Mariners. It's also the third period, not the second. 40 seconds left in your TV timeout. Shots are 42-11 for your VIU Mariners. I got Bryce here on the camera, locking it down, capturing all these big VIU moments here for the last game at home for the 2025-2026 season. So, no home game left this season. But you know what's next? As of next Thursday, VIU Mariners head over to the mainland, and on Friday, March 6th, they will take on the UVic Vikes in the bye game. And so what that means is if VIU will play UVic, or the top 2 teams in the BCIHL, VIU is to win that game, they will get a direct bye to the finals, forcing UVic to go play through the round robin. If VIU does not win that game, they will not get a bye to the finals. UVic will, and they will be forced to play through the round robin. So very advantageous to win that game. That will be Friday, March 6th on BCIHL TV, live from somewhere in the greater Vancouver area. I don't know the specifics. They don't tell me that. I'm just the broadcast guy. Up to Newens on the wall. He's going to chip that up. Sato pressing. It gets sent back in. No ice on the play here. Danforth picking it up. He's fresh out of jail, out of the penalty box. The SFU player's still in there, though, so I guess a pair of 4s and a 10 is my final opinion on the matter of what happened early in the period. A couple guys disagreed. Danforth in the right corner with it. He's got options. He'll find Bergeson. Puck hops a bit on Bergeson, but he'll still make something out of it. It's all good because Pose is sliding through the middle with speed. He's trying to have a look here. Takes on a 2-on-3 situation, lets it rip. Shot just left wide of the net. Bergeson has it in the corner. Tries to find Sato net front. Unfortunately, does not. Pardon me, tries to find Corbett net front. Let's see, Corbett, Power, Strome, your forward line here, and Moody and Daniels. I feel like I'm getting Strome and Moody mixed up. They both got names with like an extra letter that messes with me on the pronunciation, and so I got them mixed up on the ice. I'm human. That puck's going to be iced. We'll just hit a quick reset on that ozone draw for VIU. discipline's been good in this game tonight. If I'm not mistaken, I believe actual man advantage penalty minutes are 2 minutes for SFU and 0 minutes for VIU. Unless I'm blacking out and forgetting something, I believe that's the case. Good discipline hockey. Refs letting the boys play. It's been good physicality. But nothing too greasy, nothing too crazy. I believe it's 2-2 actually. Newens had a trip earlier in the second. Most goals. It's a pretty good guess. So again, that was just announced there. I believe Earhart, most goals in VIU history. So you have a player hitting most points in VIU history tonight, Ethan Jones, and a player hitting most goals in VIU history tonight, Carson Earhart. Pretty threatening duo to have to play against. Throw Ryan Hunter in there for some good fun, and that's a pretty terrifying first line if you got to run into them in playoffs, or if you take a penalty. Kicked up to Strome there. He'll find Power. Power making a nice drop pass. Corbett just lets one rip. Somehow gets through between the glove and stomach of Max. Foul finds the gap there. It's going to make it 9-0 Mariners with 7:45 remaining. Good shot by Corbett, well placed. Good sequence to get there too. Every forward touches the puck off a strong D play. We're going to be mad at that. Head coach Chris Jones, loving the chemistry probably out of his lines tonight. Done a good job of putting those together throughout the year. Fans are chanting something. I don't know what. I got a headset on. It's hard to hear. Tellier reaching for it, not finding it. It'll go back to McGuire. McGuire gets a bit of a sketchy one, but finds a way to come away with it. Tries to reverse for Cook, but SFU doing a good job of getting them to stick in that lane. Goods gets found in the slot. And lets one rip at the City of Nanaimo sign, which if you can't tell on the feed is about 20 to 25 feet above the net. So to his credit, I do believe it was tipped. So I'm not going to fault him for that. 7:10 remaining. Shots 45-11 for your Mariners. Score 9-0. Chase Cook going to pinch. Does a good job taking the body, but the puck still finds the SFU player. We got a one-on-one situation here. McGuire doesn't give him too much. And Weiss does a really good job of getting back there. Fleet gets dumped there. I believe the net got hit, maybe knocked him off balance. I'm not fully sure what happened. Fans seem dissatisfied. Players getting in the ear of the SFU guys. Hard to tell if that was a mistake, an accident. Maybe he's taking a dig at the goalie. Like I said earlier, in a pretty disciplined game, refs will elect not to call anything there. Net was slightly off. Again, I was not quite focused on that zone of the play. I'm going to have to run that one back if you want to see what happened. Draws one by Catelier. McGuire coming away with it. Got Weiss on his left wall, Goods on his right wall. Goods now striding through, trying to find that pass from Weiss. Pelche does a good job there getting in the way of it, but still Catelier coming away. Catelier through the slot, looks for Goodsy. Doesn't quite find him. Goods gets it back behind the net. He's got Weiss net front. He'll go up to Pose at the point. Pose obviously with that great shot on Ethan Jones' record-breaking assist. His ability to shoot that puck from the point is what leads to that. Puck will get chipped out into the netting here. Yeah, you will keep their guys out. Jose holds the line there. SFU will come away with it though. It's Balkan. expulsion. Jose's got it now, skating, trying to find some room. Pettigale looked for a hit there, but up for the puck's tipped into the SFU bench. I believe we will have a neutral zone draw here. So Jones, Hunter, Earhart take the ice. This will be on the VIU side of the neutral zone. 5:57 remaining. Danforth will come away with it. Makes a nice spin move there. Earhart not quite ready for it. Doesn't jump on it. Jones will get back. He'll dig. He's going to find Hunter over on the left side. Hunter finds Jones. Hey, does that remind you guys of something? Could have sworn just about a week ago I saw something so similar, and I'm just not quite sure. I just can't quite picture it, but man, that really reminded me of a play in hockey, I think somewhere within the last week. I don't know. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, Nathan McKinnon. Anyways, Jones going to win the draw back to Earhart here. Yeah, you'll take to the corner with it. Hooks it up for Danforth in the slot. He hooks it up to Earhart low. Puck's going to skip all the way into the VIU zone here. Won't be enough for icing. So Pose's got some decisions to make. Earhart at the far blue. He'll try and hit him, but tough to get through two SFU defenders there. Someone's gloves off. It's okay. Ethan Jones is coming through with speed. He beats one, he beats two, he lets one go. Flung into the corner. Doesn't hit it too hard. Max Fowl doing what he can to keep that one outside. 5 minutes even remaining here. Jones and Earhart will have a change. You see Bergeson, Sato, Newens hit the ice here. They got Moody and they got Daniels on the point. Sure, if you're VIU, why not try and find another? You still got a few more seniors in this game looking for a touch. And we've got a ref making letters with his hand. T, I believe, is the letter in particular. And can't tell if that's coach or a player. It's taking two. Looks like Pierce White's going to serve it. Not sure if he is the... Well, might just be going to have a chat. Can't tell if it's player or coach. I would imagine it's coach based on the disagreement between the ref and the bench. Not often a ref would give the player the time of day in that situation. Fans throwing up the YMCA, ref throwing up the T, but whatever conversation they had results in nothing. No penalty, no server, not sure. Fleet there making a nice glove save. It kicks out, but he stays in the way. It's 12 saves on the night for him. Moody will work it up to Bergeson. Bergeson tries to find Sato, kind of hits him, but can get it in time before he's net front. Newens making a nice shoulder check play there to win that battle. It's going to go back over to the left corner to Bergeson. Bergeson finds Sato net front. He'll send one low looking for a rebound. Get kicked right back at him before anyone can do damage. It'll find Daniels. Daniels back to Newens mid-ice. Bergeson looking for it. Yeah, you'll have some time to reset. Resetting again. Just do a few laps of the net. Why not? Daniels just mustering that one over. Getting a little bit lucky on the direction it takes, but VIU able to come away with it, so he'll take it. He goes for a change. Bergeson chips it back into Sato. Sato spinning around a little bit, trying to find it. And now leads to a Cole McGuire and Chase Cook D pairing hitting the ice here. SFU pressing. Cook gets in his way. Newens able to come away with it. And just keep things mellow, go behind the net, settle down. He sees Cook looking at him. Cook tells him to go, so that's what he does. He finds Bergeson far. Bergeson has it, and then the puck bounces, and then he no longer has it. Now SFU comes back with it, firing it down on Fleet. Chase Cook fires it up. Just doing a little bit of regroup back and forth here. Your U18 Tier 1 Nanaimo Clipper. It's a breakout regroup attack drill. It kind of looks like what's happened right now. Puck just floating at the VIU blue line there. Corbett will pick it up. He'll now be the third guy since the last whistle to take a turn behind the net and try and fire it up. Good stick lift by SFU, but unfortunately that does negate the icing. And SFU getting a touch on that, also negating the icing going the other way. We're just doing a bit of back and forth here. Corbett makes a nice move behind the net. He's got power on his left. SFU picking up, flipping, and that's straight out. And so that's a delay of game penalty in a lot of leagues. But is official Chris Van Deventer going to bother when there's been so much bench turmoil? I'm not sure. It looks like he's not going to. And so we'll remain at 5-on-5. 2 minutes, 17 seconds remaining. Shots 50 to 12 for the VIU Mariners. So ripped from Jose. I don't know how that one finds its way in. It's double digits, 10-0 for VIU. Jose just a good, well-placed hard shot from the point. Make no mistakes there. They'll just head back to the lineup here. 2:11 remaining. Fans getting into it now. Draw, try and fire it over to Weiss. I just know Jackson Goods wants a piece of one here. It's all he was talking about all week. So excited to be back. So excited to try and get a piece of one here. See if he can do that in the next minute and 56 seconds. Makes a really good play on the line there to hold that in. He's going to let one rip, sends it low. None of his partners there to find the rebound. He's going to work real hard to get back. A little bit of a sandwich hit. I think we're going to get a penalty to Pose here. It's going to be maybe a head contact, a charge, yeah. That's, you know, I get it. Settle things down, minute 42 left. No point letting anything get violent. Do I think that's a call 10 minutes into the game? Absolutely not. Do I see why that might be a call with a minute 42 left in the 10-0 game? Yeah, makes sense. Hard to argue with that. If you're VIU, like, I get it. It's the merit of the thing, but play through here. And now they will kill for the remainder of this game unless SFU can find one here. Shots 52 to 12. Daniels comes away with it. Just gonna hold that. Get a few extra seconds killed off here. Why not? Sends it down 200 feet. No mistakes there. Power headmans the penalty kill forecheck. Strome doing a really good job of getting a stick on that. He'll be able to chew off another 5 or 10 seconds here. Oh, makes a good play with his foot. 10 or 15 seconds. Doing a really good job here. He's got 3 red jerseys on, the 4th waiting on the perimeter. And just killing that time. Power will be the one to come away with that puck somehow. He'll send it back to Daniels, who will hold and hold and hold and just trying to chew off some clock. Throws that one down the ice, but a nice catch by the SFU player there. Doesn't allow it to go the full 200. Stops it around the 80-foot mark. SFU here getting set up on their power play now. 50 seconds remaining. Really huge block there from Daniels. Maybe his last one at the Nick in the blue and white. But a big block nonetheless. Fans are loving it. Shows how dedicated this fan base is sticking around in this game. Then errant stick lift from VIU. Does that lead to a 5-on-3? Yeah, they'll call Strome for the interference. We got 25 seconds left. It will be 5-on-3. Since it's been so few tonight on the power play, I'll call it a prime performance and therapy penalty kill tonight. This Sponsorships blank on penalty kill tonight. SFU will win the draw, gets it up to the point, takes a hop on Power's foot, but not anywhere too dangerous. VIU just trying to lock this one out, cap things off. Nice save there by Fleet. Is that going to be the final test of the night? It will be. Your VIU Mariners will finish the 2025-2026 regular season 17-2-1. The storylines tonight: Ethan Jones, all-time points leader for the VIU Mariners, and Carson Earhart, all-time goals leader for the VIU Mariners. Couple records broken. 10-0 win. Matthew Fleet pulls in a shutout, 12 saves. And that's it for VIU Mariners hockey at the Nick this season, folks. But tune in on BCIHL TV, or if you're a real fan, head over to the mainland next week, Friday, March 6th. Finals will be occurring Sunday, in theory. VIU giving its tap salute to the fans. 3 stars of the game from Don. The one spot, obviously, at Ethan Jones. I believe he had 4 points tonight. Might have found a 5th there. Carson Earhart, 2nd star of the game. A couple big goals, obviously overtaking that record. 3rd star. Can't remember who he had. I'm going to go Fleet. It wasn't a lot of shots against, but some big saves when it counted early on and late. Shutout for him tonight. Just a good night to be a VIU fan. Successful whiteout night. Big crowd here celebrating the final Mariners game of the season. Thank you to all the fans tuning in at home. Thank you for bearing with me through those first few ugly minutes with no audio. And see you on BCIHL TV next week. Give a shout out to the cameraman, Bryce. My name is Simon Creighton. Thanks for listening. Catch you next time.